Imagine this. You're in college and you decide to go shopping with friends. While you're shopping, you find a pair of shoes that you just can't live without. You decide that you're going to purchase them, and you go to the checkout line. You look in your wallet for the $200, but you can't seem to find your money. Then you remember that last week you spent $30 on food, $150 on rent, and $20 on gas. By budgeting money in college, you can save yourself from this problematic situation. I've been interested in budgeting ever since I became a college student because I finally realized that I need to save my money wisely. I researched this topic thoroughly by reading scholarly articles about college students and budgeting. College students' money management skills are a continuous problem. Later in my speech, I'll discuss how an effective budget can help prevent impulse buying. For now, I'll start by explaining the problem in more depth. Impulse buying is a problem for many individuals, especially in college. For starters, people impulsively buy items for multiple reasons. According to Who I'm Taught, an individual will buy something on impulse because of hedonistic desires, social needs, as well as self-esteem needs, conscious decision making, and decision efforts. Moreover, Sonia Limrova says that impulse buying is due to people having materialistic values, which is something of wealth. This is primarily due to social and peer pressure that an individual experiences because it encourages them to make an impetuous purchase. Therefore, Limrova's point is that an individual will buy an expensive good on impulse because they want to be accepted socially by others. Equally important to why people make hasty purchases are the effects that impulse buying has on college students. Dobijin and Alawal explain that impulse buying alters college students' spending habits when it comes to budgeting. According to a study that was done in South Africa on university students, gender has a role on budgeting and spending habits of college students. I made a graph that compares males and females' spending habits when it came to groceries, fast food, cosmetics, and saving money overall. As you can see, males and females' spending habits differ slightly, but overall, they are fairly equal. The graph shows that males tend to spend more money on fast food than females, but females spend more money on groceries and cosmetics. However, females are more likely to save their money. Above all, this study showed that there aren't any significant differences between genders. In addition, DeLaco and Hazel displayed through a study with college students at De La Salle University that a budget can also be modified by the impulse choice to dine out versus in. This graph shows college students' frequency of going over their budget in pesos in the percentage that they do. The results show that the majority of students would spontaneously decide to dine out on any given night, no matter what their budget is. In other words, college students at this university typically do not follow their plan of budgeting when it comes to dining out. Next, Dobie, Jane, and Alawal discuss the importance of having self-control with a budget so that impulse buying doesn't control you and your money. According to Heath, Chip, and Soul, you must have self-control when budgeting, because if you don't hold yourself accountable for your expenses, you're essentially going backwards in terms of saving. To further explain why self-control is important, Limrova says that there is a theory of will. This theory is a temptation that individuals buy things that are outside of their budget because they want to follow the social norm of their friends. To summarize, impulse buying can be greatly reduced by having a budget. Now that I've addressed the problem of impulse buying, let's look at how a budget can help with managing money. Budgeting helps college students plan for their financial future. To begin, financial plans after college are dependent upon learning about money management. According to Thobi Jane and Alwal, budgeting helps you track your money in order to know what your expenses are. Also, a budget can provide you with a financial cushion, which essentially is saving money in case of an emergency. Furthermore, a budget can overall provide you with a peace of mind, because knowing where your money goes gives you more stability. Jay Shim adds that a budget helps you put your expenses into categories so that you are able to prioritize your spending. Therefore, a budget helps to keep you feeling organized and at ease with your finances. In addition, an effective budget is critical for college students because it helps with money management in the future. In accordance to Shim, the most important aspect to learn about budgeting are the weaknesses that a poor budget could inflict on your financial future. For starters, one major weakness of a poor budget is the end goal not being realistic. This weakness can be corrected if you have a specific amount of money set aside for a given expense. For example, every week you set yourself up with $40 for gas, $40 for food, and $20 for miscellaneous. If these numbers aren't attainable, then you should alter them until they are. Another weakness that often occurs with a poor budget is that the budgeter doesn't keep track of what they're spending. Therefore, paying attention to your expenses is key to having a successful budget. Next, it is critical to have a mental budget as well as track your expenses. According to Heath, Chip, and Stoll, a mental budget is where you are cognitively thinking about what you spend your money on and mentally recording it. This helps to ensure that you are spending your money fairly equal on different resources, such as household or food expenses. Tracking expenses is paying attention to what you spend your money on. This is important because it is another way to categorize what you spend your money on, as well as helps you determine a set amount of money to budget for each category. All in all, a budget can help provide you with a more stable financial future after college. In closing, budgeting is an important task to learn, especially as a college student. A budget can help you in a number of ways. First, it can create a financial cushion in case you are prone to impulse buying, which will help save you money in the long run. Second, a budget can teach you how to manage your money, as well as help you learn how to set yourself up with a financial future. Therefore, a budget is a necessary tool to utilize, not only in college, but for everyday life. Above all, a budget helps college students from impulse buying.